Groups and mental health. One of the easiest identifiable reminders to anybody in the world, and a good indication for who's lying to who and who's keeping what from where, has to do with Earth. Described as an object, described as flat, described a whole number of different words and languages and sentences for different folks. An object in outer space, floating and spinning. There's no better point of reference for consciousness in the brain and body. And beneficial for the mind to not be too distracted, too chemically addicted, to get rid of it, to dissolve the process and the system inside the brain called the mind, or the idea called the mind, to get rid of it. A lot like the shadows on the wall. Recognizing the human body makes a shadow. The mind doesn't have the shape of the shadow, doesn't have the outline and the dark imprint on the wall. The brain inside of the body with a mind has a shadow. Floating in outer space on an object, spinning in circles. Keeps consciousness within limits, not described by a professional, not illustrated by a philosopher. And not constraints. But as an indicator for why we have consciousness as humans. And the why gets down to beliefs, religions, folks who think we're under alien control and we're some sort of simulation, computer program, system, software, and even an experiment for some entity elsewhere. Nonetheless, out of anyone's control. Or else, we do need the military, we do need bombs, we need nuclear weapons so strong they will destroy these mean folks, these aliens, these people controlling us all. Having the reference point of the object in outer space and consciousness lets the brain and the body appreciate. Lets the brain and the body feel compassion for the overall goal to be conscious of this information, to look up in awe in the sky and not see a video and not hear some sound from some speaker from another country manufactured and engineered here now in the United States of America. And to be able to dream bigger, wider, farther, larger than this object floating in outer space, going to another place, Mars, landing on another object, the moon, consciously seeing Earth from those places. And then there's this peace and this calm. And then there's confusion, maybe. And no matter where a person goes from that point of departure and thinking, they're making a choice, a conscious decision to disregard the awe, the wonder, the dreaming, the goals, the beauty up in the sky. To live a life on an object floating in outer space in the brain and body. To not wonder and imagine going way further than we can even see as humans. And choosing instead the chemical, the nothingness from no mind, no self, only adrenaline, only concentration, only focus, only paranoia. All of these parts of possibility. Parts of possibility limited by a hand, skin, hair, teeth, eyes, ears, blood. Feathers blow on the wall. Stars collide, asteroids explode. But the person choosing the chemicals in the brain, in the body, are disregarding these parts of consciousness to gain satisfaction, to get excitement. But they eventually run out. A person gets hungry, a person gets tired, and they flat out fall asleep. Stay up for 20 days straight and might not even be alive anymore. Stay up for 2 nights straight, and the third, they will look like a skeleton or fall asleep on their bathroom floor. Go out to a telescope every single night. Sleep during the day if needed. And never, ever, ever will there not be something to view? Will there never not be something to hear? Infinity. Brain and body. Death. Birth. Religious reincarnation. Trippy consciousness. Visual hallucinations. With energy required to power their processes. Staring so long, staring so hard, and just restricting food nutrition to see some dots, not actually in the world. Smoking some crack. Putting a rubber band around the arm and taking a syringe and shoving it in a vein. And killing the mind. And this point of departure is beneficial for this big system now in place within mental health for group processes. And a good example for why it's not making people healthier. And a good example for why politics love groups in social life so much for their chemical benefits to make change. Change and processes and systems are all consciousness, limited to the brain, body, and possibly mind. People sharing their hormones within a group, with people smoking cigarettes 10 times a day, drinking liquor and beer just once in a while to smooth out that little vodka edge. Genders with different body parts, different chemicals, and mostly hormones. With the standard of these hormones being the group in the social togetherness. For the benefit of everybody together, to make the world awesome and fun and full of drug energy and excitement and thrilling and chilling cars with electricity and fast internet and quantum supercomputers. Bigger speakers, louder bass, and deeper voices for men and women, for neutral humans and babies, and dogs and cats and everybody together. Nobody hurting anyone, everyone happy, chemically alive, behaviorally together.